Hello there, this week we're going to be looking at conceptual art and we're going to be creating a self-portrait. Conceptual artists often begin their work with a concept or an idea. Have a look at this self-portrait in objects by Glasgow artist Bob Hardy. Have a really close look at the things that he's decided to put into his piece of artwork, and you could maybe pause the video and think about what we've learned about him from this. So looking at the objects that the artist has included, there's a brightly coloured suitcase which has got stickers from different places they've travelled all around the world. So I think it's somebody who likes to travel a lot, who likes to adventure, who likes going to different places. And beside it there's a camera and a little tripod, so somebody who is maybe quite creative, who likes taking photographs, who sees lots of different things, maybe likes to look at the world around them a lot. The objects have been carefully arranged so that they all fit together really well. There's also a book, so this person might like reading. And there's also what looks like a little eye mask, so I think this person travels quite a lot and maybe needs the eye mask to help them sleep when they're in airports or on an aeroplane somewhere. I think this person likes writing down their ideas as well, because it's a little notebook with pens tucked into it as well. So have a look at the next picture, which is just about to come on, and you could perhaps pause it and have a chat about who made this image and what sort of things that they've put into it, and think, I wonder what they're trying to tell us about themselves as a person. What can we learn about them? So have a little look at that now. So I've got a sheet of A4 paper here, and I'm going to make sure I use A4 because it's quite a challenge to see if I can find things that can fit on here. So I'll have a little look and see some of the things that I've collected. So I'll start with these. It's a pair of swimming goggles. So I quite like going swimming, but I'm not able to go swimming at the moment. So it's something I'm missing during lockdown. So I'm going to put those onto the side here. And I'll have a think about really good ways to fit everything together, but I'll change it around a bit probably. These are quite hard to get them to sit quite well. That's fitting in just now. I really like music, so I was trying to think of something that could show that, and I found some headphones. So they'll be quite interesting to draw as well. Good tangled up headphones there. And I like making things with clay, so this is one of my clay turning tools. And it's my favourite tool to use, so I'm going to have chosen that one. So I'm going to place that one, I don't know if I have it straight on, I can maybe fill that space in there a little bit. And I really like going outside, going for walks. So when we went for the walk today, I picked up this little fern and I'm going to put that in. So it's just something to show, so something that I really enjoy doing. Thinking about family days out, this is a little key ring that we got years and years ago on a special birthday day down in Cornwall. So I thought that would be a nice one to put in, just to show that I like doing family things. So if I think about where I've got a nice space here, so I might put it in there just now. Maybe have it there. And during lockdown, we've been doing lots of baking and lots of eating of really lovely things. So I was trying to think how to show that, and I thought these little measuring spoons would be quite good because they look quite interesting to draw, and I could either sit them like this, or I could fan them out depending on how much space I've got. So when you find your objects that really describe you well, you could have a think about how best to describe them. Like the headphones, I wondered whether I could have had them kind of snaked all the way around or in a pile. So oops, let's try that again. these on. I quite like them like that. I think they might fit them quite well there. If you want to stay, move my goggles a little bit more. Okay, and I've also got a pencil here, and thought this would be good thinking about all of the art that we've been doing during lockdown, and thinking about working with art a lot at school at Blackhall and miss seeing everyone in class. So I was trying to think what to put in, and I decided to find a pencil. So I'll see, you might be able to squeeze it in down the side here, move it in a little bit. Okay, got a space in there actually, put that over there. And I love going to the beach. I really like going to the beach. So this is a shell I picked up on the beach a really long time ago, and I had that at home, so I'm going to find a space for that. And my ninth object is this timer, and sometimes I use this timer at school, but I wanted to think about cross-country and cross-country club, and how I've been missing doing cross-country club and going to all of the races that we had planned. So I thought I would have this timer, which might use it cross-country, to put in somewhere. So I've got my 9 objects. So now what I suppose I need to do is really to have a play around with them and try and arrange them in a way that works really well. If you think back to last week's task, your surreal collage, you probably rearranged your fantastic monster or fierce creature, probably rearranged that quite a few times, so we'll be doing that again here. So can't see a space at the moment where this will fit, but if I maybe have a play around, I might be able to fit these in. Okay, so now I've rearranged and I'm quite happy with how everything's fitting in. And what I'm going to do is take a photograph of this, and that photograph could be your piece of art, but I'm going to show you something else that you could go on to do as well. So I'm just going to try and line up these little squares so they're on top of each other, and make sure I've got everything in. That's good. And what I'm going to do now, I've got a pencil in mind so I can use it for this, is the next idea, which I thought you might want to try, is to perhaps either to do a drawing of the whole thing, or maybe even just a few of the different objects, or you could pick one thing that you wanted to do a drawing of, and you could do a really close-up line drawing of one of your objects. So that'd be some different choices. You could draw everything, and you can decide how much detail you do in, or you could maybe choose to do a few things, or you could pick one thing that you think you'd really like to focus on. And if you've got lots of time, you could maybe do all of those options, up to you. What I'm going to do just now is I'm going to use my pencil. So you'll need a pencil if you haven't got one on your piece of paper, and I'm just going to mark in where everything was, just really sort of ghost lines, really light lines just around, so that when I come to do my drawing, I know kind of roughly where everything was. Look a bit like that game Operation, and you can see where all of the bones are.
So like list of just rough shapes being made.
So you can see on my piece of paper now I've got some shapes drawn in just to help me to remember where everything was, and now I might want to choose to draw each of my things in its place. Or you could maybe do just even a few of them. Your decision and your choice, whatever you would like to do today. Okay, so I'm going to have a go at drawing some of these, and I can't wait to see your finished pieces. It was brilliant last week, we got so many pieces shared, and it was fantastic if you can email them to school, or if you can share them on school Twitter, or if you can share them in Teams, if your class have Teams. It'd be brilliant to see some of your artwork. It's really fantastic to see everything that all your creative work that you're doing outside of school. And when you're working on this, you can think about which media you want to use. So you might want to do a pencil drawing, you might want to do a pen drawing, you might want to use felt tips, you could use paint, you could use really anything that you've got at home that you think would work well. So I'm probably going to use pencil, but I could always have maybe done a pencil drawing and then gone over it in pen. That could have been quite interesting as well. So have a think about how you would like to do it. So you don't have to just use pencil, just get creative and make your own decisions however you'd like to do it. When you're drawing your objects, it's important to look really closely at them. So perhaps a magnifying glass might be good, or just bringing them really close to your eyes so that you can look at them. Looking really closely at an object will really help you to improve your drawing skills. You might want to add some shading onto your objects as well to make them look more three-dimensional. So just a reminder, today's task is to create a self-portrait using objects, and you're going to try and find 9 objects that represent you. Then you're going to arrange them really carefully onto a piece of A4 paper and then take a photograph of the objects. Next, you're going to try to create a piece of artwork using the objects. So I use pencil, and I decided to do a pencil drawing of my objects, but it's really up to you which media that you wish to use. So use whatever you have available at home and get creative. Thank you.